Hello. The seventh episode of Accused Season 2, titled Eugene's Story, aired on Fox on Tuesday, December 3rd. In the latest chapter of the anthology series, Ken Jeong plays a jewelry store owner who is placed on trial for interfering with his wife's dicey past. As the episode progresses, viewers find that Grace was involved in an armed robbery-turned-murder charge while dealing with a heroin addiction. Her then-boyfriend, Rex, was sentenced to prison, but she was spared. He returns to town and wants money in exchange for his silence, which results in catastrophe. Grace steals the jewelry store and tries to flee with Rex to protect her family, but Eugene accidentally shoots her and kills her. Jamie Chung, who plays Grace, agrees with the jury's guilty finding. Chung, on the other hand, believes the married pair had genuine love because Grace's husband merely wanted to show her she was worth fighting for. Screen Rant spoke with Chung about her accused character, the eventual verdict in Eugene's Story, and Mulan's relationship with Aurora in Once Upon a Time. Chung was excited to work with Ken Jeong and Michael Chiklis. On Accused, they're two of my favorite people in the industry, and I felt that being united with them as a team would be an incredible experience. Jamie Chung, I think there is a lot to enjoy about this piece of work. First and foremost, I am thrilled to have the opportunity to work with Michael Chiklis and Ken Jeong, two of my favorite people in the industry. And I felt that being together with them as a team would be an incredible experience, especially with someone like Michael Chiklis at the helm. He'll tell you how many, but with so many years of experience in front of and behind the camera, working with music, on Broadway, on stage, and in all these disciplines, he's a master of all narrative modalities. He's the type of filmmaker that performers adore because, as an actor himself, he understands our process and knows how to interact with them. He has a lot of empathy and cares deeply about this piece, so he was able to shepherd two extremely vulnerable actors through the entire process. The screenplay was amazing, and it was very refreshing to have something written specifically for a Korean American family, a Korean American family that has discovered Jesus, and that incorporates the church community, which is very important in Korean communities. As you mentioned, Grace is a multifaceted character, but we only get a glimpse into her life. What kind of background work do you need to perform to get into that mindset in such a short period of time? Jamie Chung, I believe that everything has a purpose. There is a rationale for drug usage, theft, and continued abuse. I am not arguing that any of it is acceptable, but it is usually what you know. It's a coping technique that typically results from trauma. What is her trauma? Understanding that her father left everything behind in Korea so that they might have a good life, and then having her mother taken away, leaving only the three of them in this new nation, feels extremely unfair. And I feel that comprehending that trauma, the rage, the anguish, and her father's absence, and she feels like she'll never be as good as her mother, and she isn't, and now it's all on her. The huge amount of tension, what it's like to be hooked on crack cocaine or speed, the character's preferred substances. What's that like? What is it like to try to get out of this? Lots of intervention incidents, but only to study human behavior and what it's like to try to get out of it. And then, if you're desperate for money or the next high, who will you hang out with? Grace's actions in Accused were an attempt to protect Eugene and her father. She did it because she loved them, not Rex. Jamie Chung as Grace crying in Accused Season 2. The show makes you believe Grace is cheating on Eugene, and then you discover what's really going on alongside him. I'd love to hear your thoughts on their connection and the true affection you mentioned was present. Jamie Chung, Eugene is so appealing to her because he, too, has a complicated past, yet he does not judge others. I don't think she's ever had somebody love her the way he does, believe in her the way he does, and have someone who can essentially care for her in some way. It truly helped bring her out of a really dark place when they went to Lowell, Massachusetts, and restarted their lives to get away from Grace's terrible shame and drug use history. Thank you for watching.